Skyrim, a classic staple in many of our childhoods, at least for mine. It's a great game full of, dragons and fighting and bugs. At least they're funny bugs. I dare say bugs are a part of what makes Skyrim so fun. And in this playthrough, I decided that I was going to try to experience Skyrim in a way that I never truly experienced it before. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump off of this carriage.
Mistake.
Step towards the block when we call your name. One at a time.
And here, our new acquaintance, Lokier Rokstead, decided that he was not going to go down without a fight. And as you can see, he made a run for it. And as you can also see, it didn't go well for him. And after that disturbing scene we literally just witnessed, I decided that I was going to be something I've never been before. Said I was going to be an Imperial. And after spending like 10 minutes on this character, which shouldn't have taken that long, this is what we ended up with.
You're a long way from the Imperial City. What are you doing in Skyrim? Captain, what should we do? She's not on the list.
Forget the list. She goes to the block.
Why?
By your orders, Captain. I'm sorry. We'll make sure you'll remain so attuned.
Personally, I believe this guy has no morals.
Quick overview. We go up to the block. This guy sacrifices himself, which if he had waited a minute longer, he would have been alive. Due to this guy up here. After the dragon attack interrupts our near beheading, our new friend Rayloff leads us into this guard tower where we meet Ulfric Stormcloak, who we hear for the first time.
Legends don't burn down villages.
A fitting voice, I say.
Ooh.
Let's go!
So,
We just need to...
ooh, he looks so cool.
We jump out of the tower and we meet up with Hadvar, who makes a very crude joke.
Still alive, prisoner? Keep close to me if you want to stay that way. Stay close to the
Also,
wall!
this game is where I got my Luke Goblin tendencies.
Quickly, follow me!
Oh my goodness, this is just bringing back so much memories.
We meet back up with Rayloff, and I decided to go with him, considering, Hadvar's personal crimes against me.
We enter this building and find Gunjar. Not sure if I said that correctly, but Rayloff seems sad about his death. He probably knew him, considering they were on the same team and all, but he must not have been too sad, considering we loot his body and leave him naked. Poor fella. While searching for a way out of here, we start hearing guards coming around the corner, and I take into consideration that I'm an Imperial, and tried to blend in by cleaning. Let me just clean this up as well. Cleaning. It reminds me of when you're the nosy neighbor trying to pretend you're vacuuming the grass, so that way you can see what's going on next door. So, after equipping the Imperial officer's armor, I took a couple practice swings, and we made our way down the tower. I'll help. I'm helping. Whoa, that was cool, Rayloff. Lockpicking, one of my favorite mechanics in Skyrim, which is probably an unpopular opinion, considering many find it infuriating, but I personally like it, and it comes a little easier to me because I've played Skyrim for so many years, but there's something so satisfying about picking the lock. Active. Ooh. I didn't know this was a thing. Well, maybe it's a good thing I'm an Imperial, huh? Yeah, for as long as I've been playing Skyrim, I never explore the realm outside of my comfortability, so I'm usually not an Imperial. Oh, I didn't even realize you were not on my team. I would have normally taken everything, and then I would be slow walking like this. Unfortunately, the bridge collapsed, and so we had to venture forth without being able to go back. Eventually, we run into the spiders, who are, in my opinion, the most disgusting creatures in Skyrim. And after defeating them, we then run into a bear, which Rayloff suggests we should sneak around. And this is where I decided that I was going to take a stealthy approach.
Now let's show you guys how good I am. See? Look. One hit kill.
Following our exit outside of the cave, the pop-up for survival mode appeared, and I decided I was going to play it this time. Normally I'll play it for like 2 minutes and get bored of it, or I'd be having too much loot and have to turn it off. But my goal for this run was to completely be in survival mode and not turn it off the whole run.
I actually really love that even though he said we should separate or whatever, he's still standing and then he'll turn around and wait for me. Yes.
Never understood how my sister could stand living in the shadow of that place.
Bleak Fells, Barrow. I said barrel. Barrow. Yeah, the other thing is that this game is still beautiful. Like, you know how games, like, you look at games in the past and you're like, yeah, pretty, but like, you know, as the times go past and then it's ugly again, or, you know, it's like, wow, I thought that looked good. Skyrim I will never get over that for Skyrim. Like, it's just such a beautiful game.
On the path towards Riften, we came upon the Guardian Stones. And out of the 3 choices of Warrior, Mage, and Thief, I chose Thief because I wanted to have that 20% faster skill upgrade, so that way I could have my stealth run. As we got closer to Riverwood and saw it in our sights, Rayloff decided he was going to leave me. I was going too slow for his liking. And I walked through the entrance past these arguing family members and went straight to the trader to drop off all of this loot.
Even survive.
Oh, I wish I saw that first. You're so lucky.
Entering into the Riverwood Trader, I overhear Camilla and Lucan arguing about a claw that was stolen from them. And I decide that I was going to offer my services to collect it for them, as well as trade all of my stuff that I had picked up. After cooking some apple cabbage stew, I head over to talk to Girder and run into Fandel here, who is an important person because if you do this quest for him, he will become a follower. Right now, I wasn't focused on that. I wanted to go talk to Girder, and I convinced her of the dragon attack in Helgen, in which she asked us to go deliver a message to the Jarl of Whiterun. On my way to going to Girder's house to loot, I found Camilla and remembered about Fandel's quest. So I accepted the quest, gave her the letter, said it was from Sven, and now, boom, we have a follower.
Still an egg. I want to steal all their junk. She said everything's mine, and everything will be mine. Snap of my fingers. And as you can see, the table is practically clear. I took literally everything that could be taken. Oh, I forgot these.
And so after looting everything and definitely not getting caught.
What do you think you're doing?
Oopsie. It was an accident. I'm sorry.
You saw a dragon? Not that I actually want to see one.
See, you guys don't want to fight me. See, even though I stole it.
Stays far away from here.
Oh, he took it back.
Yeah, definitely never got caught. But I went to bed, and when I woke up, we went off to head towards Whiterun, which I made some pretty cool shots along the way.
Here you are. Let's make that shot. Ooh, easy peasy. Hey, I helped. I think.
You handle yourself well.
Thank you.
You could make for a decent shield sister.
You, in survival mode, are going to be my best friend.
As I reached the gates of Whiterun, a guard had stopped me, and I was able to convince him to let me through by letting him know that Riverwood was in danger with the dragons about. Once I entered through the gates, I went down the path and stopped to talk to Ysolda, who told me about her plight.
Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madran. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done.
Yeah. I can help you.
After talking to Ysolda, I then agreed to help Carlotta with her plight. Truly a woman of the people.
If you want to try, go right ahead.
However, those ladies' problems were going to have to wait. I had quite more pressing matters at hand, and as I made my way up to Dragon's Reach, I got a little bit distracted by guards, but no matter. As I entered, I tried to dodge and weave Irileth and got stuck by the table, so then I was trapped by conversation.
Well, I trust you have something vitally important to tell me. Important enough to interrupt me in the middle of council?
Well, you see.
Gerda.
To make a long story short, I informed the Jarl about the dragon attack in Helgen, and he somehow believes me despite me being some stranger. And he sends me over to his court wizard, Farengar, who informs me about a research artifact that he is in search of at the Bleak Falls Barrow. After agreeing to search for the Dragonstone in Bleak Falls Barrow, I decided to stop at the inn so I could rest up and be prepared, considering I was in survival mode now. And as I entered into the building, I realized Mikael, if I said his name correctly, was there, and it reminded me of Carlotta, so I decided to be a woman and beat somebody up.
I'll beat you while you down. That, you deserve that, and that extra one, and one more. Just for being, and one more for being a little creepy.
You know how to throw a punch, I'll give you that.
Yeah. I am tough, excuse you? Excuse you? Well, excuse me. Ma'am. I think you're missing...
Want to hear a little Nord wisdom? You don't really know a woman till you had a strong drink and a fist fight with her.
Can I sit? I don't think she is using it.
100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground.
100 gold. Let's
Just
do it.
fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go.
Let's go. I got bare fists and she's got knuckled ones. Metal ones. There you go.
Now that's what I call a punch. You got me.
Yeah. Now I'll take my 100 gold.
You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years.
After the whole ordeal, I rented a room from the innkeeper, and once we woke up in the morning, we set off for Bleak Falls Barrow.
Okay, looks like we got the bad guys up here. And by the way, the cold is really bad right now. Right now I'm worried about cold. And I don't want this guy to hit me more than maybe even twice, to be honest. Let's go ahead and... I will take you. I'm gonna leave you for now.
Stand up.
Oh, you're alive. For some reason, I'm like, why isn't he giving me anything? He's still alive.
After the not too hard battle, which don't worry, I will be turning up the difficulty after this, I spotted another bandit, killed him, and then we entered inside, where I took a couple shots at them. After all of the murdering, I took a nap and a snack and headed deeper into the cave. Eventually, I ran into this bandit that is destined to die a pretty terrible death, so I figured I'd put him out of his misery. Fortunately, I missed, and I like to think my arrow reached him before he fell. All that there was left to do was to solve the puzzle, and if you haven't seen this before, it's snake, snake, whale, and I just honestly know this by heart at this point because I've played through the game's beginning so many times. But yes, snake, snake, whale, and then you should be good to pull the lever and continue forth. Much deeper into the cave and looting all that there was to find, I ran into a bunch of spider webs. I melted this one and then fought this one, my favorite creature in the game, and then shot this guy named Arvel down. Now, Arvel is the guy that stole the golden claw, and I killed him, took it from him, and then we moved forward. Now, this next bit is a trap that, if you have a follower, can be a little bit hard to get past if you're trying to keep your follower alive. The key is to tell your follower to wait, and then you cross to the other side, take some damage, whatever you need to do, and then you pull this lever right here, and then you can tell them to follow you and move along. Much deeper into the cave, I know one thing that I missed a lot my first few times playing is go down this little hill, and then there's a whole bunch of loot for you to get. I never noticed that before, and this was a first time of me experience. Oh, okay, let's see what's down here, and it was a surprise. The loot wasn't that great, but you know what? It was something. After defeating more Draugr, as you venture deeper in the cave, you come upon this puzzle, and I personally just memorize it. I did get it wrong here for some reason. You just press each one twice, which you can look in that golden claw. You look at it and like inspect it and just flip it around, and then you'll see the code. For some reason, this time I was a little stupid and forgot to do it twice. After completing the puzzle door, we now have reached the, I guess what you could call like a final boss of this first little adventure. I run up here and I loot everything that I possibly can, because I know personally that after you read that big wall and you absorb the power from it, the guy pops up and attacks you. To be perfectly honest, that battle was not difficult at all, but I promise I turn it up. I turn up the difficulty. I loot all of the loot that is right past it, and then we make our way back to Whiterun. Once we get out of the cave, and I, to be honest, didn't even like react fully, I finally, for some reason, never realized that this was here. There was a potion of forgiveness like right outside the door, and I guess this is just some loot that you can always get. Never knew about this, by the way. Never knew about it. Because fast travel was a thing I did, I always just fast traveled to where I needed to go, and I never explored. But this survival mode is really what's getting me to experience the world of Skyrim and find these secrets. And as you can tell, I did the classic Skyrim method of carry the last heaviest thing that you can so you can still keep the loot to sell. After losing the shield somewhere along the way, I eventually reached Riverwood, in which I decided to sleep at Fandle's house because I knew that sleep was a big thing and I needed to get that fixed right away. And then I made my way to Whiterun. And then once I reached Whiterun, I made my way up to Farengar to give him the Dragonstone without any interruptions at all.
Earn my own keep.
Chops and steaks fit
I
for
didn't mean
a
it.
jarl. Come and
I'm
see my
sorry I
selection.
asked.
Come to chat with an old woman, Do your good deed for the day.
Down on his luck.
So you can spend it on drinks at the Bannered Mare? If it's food you need.
Never should have done something.
I didn't realize it in the moment, but apparently Fandle left my service.
Not impressed.
Once we reached Dragon's Reach, I went to talk to Farengar, who had a strange woman in his room. Remember her, she is important. After delivering the Dragonstone to Farengar and impressing mysterious lady over here, Irileth interrupts us and brings us up to the Jarl, who questions the guard about a dragon attack that happened on one of their towers. After the Jarl sends the man to go rest, he asks us one more favor of going to help Erilith and other guards kill that dragon. And before we go kill that dragon, he makes sure to thank us for getting the dragon stove for Farengar and gives us some nice enough loot. As I followed Erilith out of Dragon's Reach, we got stopped by a courier, and the courier gave us a letter. The letter was informing us of a valiant hero, a very close friend who died. How did Fandel die? He literally was attacking me! Despite this, whatever it was he had against me in the end, I decided to give him a proper burial and paid him my respects. And then I moved on to go kill that dragon or whatever.
Any dragon right now, but it sure looks like he's been here.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Todd just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Now, for some reason, I was nervous since I didn't have my follower with me anymore. But to be honest, there was no point to me even having one, considering that I did barely any damage to this thing. It was all the guards. However, they like to claim that I'm the one that killed him, so I just let them believe that. But after I did not get the last shot, thought I did, but I didn't, I then had this miraculous scene before us. After all of the guards decided to crowd around the dragon, which, fair enough, I had one guard in particular come up to me, and he claimed I was something called the Dragonborn, the whole point of the game, and I used my shout on him, which then, once I headed back to Whiterun, I heard this kind of like a yell, in a way, or like a calling. After I made my way towards the inn to sleep, because, you know, survival, I then made my way up towards the Jarl, who asked me about the dragon and the attack, and I informed him of my defeating of the dragon, in which he named me Jarl of Whiterun, which pretty much means that I can do illegal things and get away with it, which, you know, I'm gonna take advantage of that. And then he assigned me Lydia as a personal housecarl, which is another follower for me to sacrifice. Then I decided that I was going to go to Riverwood. I wanted to go down to the carriage because, you know, survival, and I didn't really feel like making the big trek.
Climb and back and we'll be off.
Yeah, despite him also literally saying it, I didn't even put two and two together. And I had a very late reaction to being teleported to Riften because my immediate worry was, oh, I gotta eat. And then I got a little confused. I was like, what? Wait. Where am I? Thank you guys so much for watching. This video took a lot of time and effort, but also was a lot of fun making as well. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you enjoyed it, I'd love it if you could leave a like, comment, your favorite part of the video, or even your favorite thing about Skyrim. And subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I put a lot of effort into this one, so there's probably a few mistakes here and there, so please forgive me for those. Still learning, but I'm having a lot of fun making these videos. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!